Hajj is the annual pilgrimage made by Muslims to the holy city of Mecca in Saudi Arabia. It is done annually to commemorate the Prophet Muhammad's journey from Mecca to Medina in 622 AD. The Hijrah also marks the beginning of the Muslim calendar. This pilgrimage is the fifth of the fundamental Muslim practices and institutions known as the Five Pillars of Islam. Every year, about 2 million Muslims from around the world perform the Hajj. It's said that the rite serves as a unifying force in Islam by bringing followers of diverse background together in a religious celebration. The Hajj is incumbent on all Muslims who are physically and financially able to make the pilgrimage. But for the past 2 years, Tigrayan Muslims have been living under siege, unable to travel into or out of Tigray, and unable to take part in this fundamental practice of their religion.
Last year we couldn't go on Hijrah because we were in an active war zone. The quota for Ethiopians was also limited, but this year Saudi Arabia announced that Muslims from all over the world are allowed to come to Hajj, but unfortunately Muslims of Tigray have not been able to take part.
Islam was introduced into Tigray in the 7th century AD when the first followers of the Prophet Muhammad, after being persecuted and oppressed in their own land by Quraysh tribes of Mecca for their religious beliefs, Prophet Muhammad searched for a safe place and compassionate person who could grant a safe hideout and protection for his followers. He chose the Aksumite kingdom and ordered his followers, including his wife and son, to take refuge with the Christian king in the land of Habasha. This would be the first Muslim settlers. They would be warmly greeted and provided with a place to practice their religion. They would build a mosque, the first mosque in Africa and one of the oldest in the world, in eastern Tigray, in a town today known as Najash.
When the Prophet Muhammad was chased by the Quraysh people in his country, the first country that he sent his disciples to was to the Nagash in Tigray. And the king at the time, called Nugus Armaha, open-handedly received the Muslims. He said, "You will not be prosecuted, even if you practice your religion." Therefore, Tigray became also the home of the Muslims.
Tragically, within the first 2 months of the war on Tigray, the historic mosque was struck by heavy artillery and later looted by Ethiopian and Eritrean troops, shattering long-held norms protecting religious sites in times of war.
Everything you see here was destroyed then. They were using heavy artilleries. After that, we were watching them while they were stealing the equipments. One soldier told me to go inside or that he will kill me alongside other imams. They were trying to take the refrigerator, but they were too heavy. Other than the refrigerator, they took every machineries and utensils they found.
The Muslim community has also been devastated by the war on Tigray. Unable to access basics such as food and medicine, Muslims in Tigray are forced to celebrate Eid under brutal siege. They say that the Muslim community globally must get attention to the disaster unfolding in Tigray, land of the second Mecca. Currently, there is a catastrophe unfolding in the land of King Najashi, the safe haven for the children of Muhammad, and an immediate action is required to avert the deaths of millions as the blockade continues to tighten.